Hey, so I just bought the Buccaneer S-1 in the marketplace. And unlike the last plane I bought in the marketplace, this one came with zero modifications. The other one came fully modified. I guess that's what you get for only spending 20 bucks. So it's got a pretty good payload on it. It comes automatically with 4 1,000-pound bombs. And yeah, you can do a lot of damage. Oh, I like this. Bullpups, 4 of them instead of 2. 2 bullpups and 2 1,000 high explosive. And RP3 rockets. Not very good penetration though. You only have to be able to use them on soft target. It will carry up to 8 1,000-pound bombs, or 6 1,000-pound bombs, and 2 air-to-ground missiles, AGMs. So it does have a really good payload for attacking ground targets. But I fly sim and I don't play tanks, so I'd use it to go after bases and stuff like that. FOBs, forward operating bases, and main runways. Now, I think it's a pretty nice looking plane. Wasn't pleased with the color at first, the white. Oh. Anyway, as you know, I already did a video on the S2, the Buccaneer S2. And so what I'll do, already did a video, but because I was fooling around with my OBS, I didn't have any desktop sound. So I deleted the video, fixed my OBS sound problem, and so I'm actually redoing it over. So I can't say this is the very first time I've taken this plane out. So what I will do is I'll just provide a link in the video to this plane so you can go back and watch it. This is actually, this video I made, test flight of this, is the most viewed video I have put out. I mean, amazing. So anyway, so let's take this off. And it's probably good because I've learned some lessons the hard way about this plane. So let's take it out for a test flight. Remember, as you saw, it's not spaded at all. So what we'll first do is take it out in current. And I always run with 30 minutes of fuel no matter what. It doesn't have guns, so that's irrelevant. Simulator battles. And it doesn't have any guns on it, so my lighter go. So don't be worrying about shooting down anything. And as you saw, it doesn't have any flares or anything like that, so you're a sitting duck. Okay, current 30 minutes of fuel, 1.5 second bomb fuse. So this is how it's going to fly with no spading at all. Now here's what I've learned. Got to close the canopy yourself. Most important thing is that you need to add rudder, right rudder, about 3. I tried 5 and that just takes you right off. Number 2, for being a carrier aircraft, Gaijin put really horrible landing gear on it. I mean, these these landing gears just snap right off. So you can't start off at 100%. You start off at about 80%, and then just before you're ready to reach the end of the carrier, slam it up to 100%. And that'll save your wheels. But it's going to take precision timing. Because if you do it 100% right from a dead stop and the spool up, there's no way. And if you don't put trim the rudder at least 3 degrees, pull you off to the right, then you're going to go off to the left, because Gaijin has put left-hand torque on this, which boggles my mind. I think they would have learned by now jets don't have left or right hand torque like a prop plane, but they didn't. So anyway, let's go. So we'll spool it up 80%. Oh, helps if I start it. There we go. Got talking so much I forgot to turn the dang thing on. Okay, let it warm up for a sec. Check out my oil temperature and the temperature. So there's no point in me taking it out with 20 minutes of fuel or 10 minutes of fuel or whatever it is, because I never fly anywhere with less than 30 minutes of fuel in it, any plane. So ignore that all out for bandits, because you got no guns. Strictly ground attack. Okay, warmed up. Take her up to 80%. Let her spool up. Release the brake. Punch it. And there's another thing, the nose really wants to dip, and I forgot that. And it really overheats. No modifications. As I remember from the S2 version, if you keep the prop. Shut up, guys. I'm trying to talk here. If you keep the thrust around 80%, 85%, you should be okay. Because if you get it over more than that, because of this torque that Gaijin mysteriously puts in the jet planes, she's going to be really hard to handle. I crashed a few times before I remembered that 80% thrust, 80, 85. You're gonna have to, because it loses a lot of speed in the turn. Add more thrust to at least turn. Okay. Gotta keep that nose up. Go to bomber view. Now, there are no bomb bays on this one so far, because I'm only carrying 4 external bombs. And you see it likes to jump around. Now the reason I increased tail drag, make it tail heavy, when I was doing the actual bombing, he still wants to go down. It's really nose heavy for some reason. It wants to lose a lot of speed. You're constantly going to be playing with the elevation to trim, elevator trim. I thought I was right on target there. I guess. Huh. Guess I let it off too early. Now, what I discovered the hard way is this thing stalls out really easily. Sorry. Smoking Indian tobacco. So you're really going to have to watch your speed so you don't get so slow, stall out, because it's really hard to recover in. Now it keeps showing 2 targets here. I'll be danged if I can find them. I never see them. I really don't know why they give you a recticle. A rectamical. Sorry, I'll just stick to flying at the humor. Because you got no guns, and as far as I know, can't lock your targets for bombing. See how that worked without using a bomber view. No hits. I was pretty fast, eh? Holds its speed. I have never been able to find these other targets. Where are they? Does that look like one, or is that a tree? Good elevator though, eh? Did you see that? 700 kilometers an hour, and she just pulled right up. No rear view. Here we go. You have to take the throttle rate off to come out of a tailspin. That mysterious torque. Looks like she's not going to come out this time. That is so Gaijin. I'm not gonna, there's no use trying to figure out how this thing flies without bombs on it or rockets. Because you're never gonna leave home without bombs or rockets. You're not gonna just fly around like a tourist in this with no armament. And, wow, it's just silly. Let's try this again. Okay, 80%. Let's try it with only 2 degrees. That's enough. You actually almost have to hit that gear even before you get off the carrier. May have to do some evasive action, so we will try some maneuvers to see how that works. Climbing pretty good at 95. She's losing speed, so she's going to stall out real quick on me. Get that nose down, pick up speed. Overheating. Now there's a bit. Drop it back to 95. That cools off real quick. I've never had it overheat to the point where everything turns red. Blow your engine up, but see how she climbs at 95. I think it's 40 meters a second or something like that. Supposed to climb. A bit more elevator. Hope it climb. Not too bad. Slowing down, but it's doable. Where does she stall out at? Still climbing. Still not stalled out. Now she's starting to shudder. 225, somewhere in there. Stalls out. Better get that nose down and get some speed. Don't want to go into another flat spin. So about 225, she stalls out. Let's try out that elevator. Evidently, that's the way they used to bomb in this plane, was what I just did there. So it really didn't stall out that time until 1:30. Strange plane. I don't think you can get close enough to the airfield or low enough to bomb the way they used to in the old days, originally. Let's give her a shot. Climb again. The airfield, we'll try bombing the airfield. The old style. Yeah, I gotta say, it's got a really good elevator. Rudder seems a little flaccid. Get it? Flaccid, soft. That elevator will save your butt in a dive. Okay, let's try it old school. The way I was told they used to bomb with this thing. Okay, here goes. I think today, with the guns and that they have, you'd be dead by now. You have to throw that throttle off. Okay, let's try it old school. How close I was. Bad. Well, 600 miles an hour, and that was pretty accurate. Okay, so she climbs pretty good. She's got an excellent elevator. Got a really good roll rate for having 4,000 pounds of bombs on her. Look at that. Doesn't like that though. Much stress can the wings handle? $740, over 700 kilometers an hour, over 500 miles an hour. The wings don't snap. That way, not so much. Anyway, so this isn't a long, drawn out video. That's the S1. There are different prices on it. I, of course, picked the lowest one at $19 Canadian. And anyway, that's how it handles without any modifications on it. I guess I could show you how it handles fully modified. This minute I'll put it on reference. Okay, so this is going to be a longer video, but I might as well show you what it's like. Close that canopy. Show you what it's like on reference, which is fully modified, up to date, blah, 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 top of the line. Engine's winding up. Canopy closed. Degrees right. Rudder. Give it about 8 degrees heavy on the tail. Hold the nose up. Brake on. Brakes on. 80%. Try 85. Let's try 88. That finger on the gear. Ah, I blew them both off. Gaijin, this is a plane that launches off carriers and lands on carriers. I don't think the British would have made such a cheap landing gear for such a heavy plane. Well, at 100%, she handles pretty good. Turns nice and smooth. Let's take that rudder off. Nose heavy still. Take her up to 11 degrees. That looks like too much. And no, I can handle 10. Yeah, it's much easier on the stick turning. Way off. Still wants to pull. I guess you're going to have to keep that rudder to some degree. Is one enough? Nowhere near. Try that again. Not overheating at 95, but it makes it want to lift. Like flying Japanese planes. Faster the prop is going, the more the plane wants to lift. Very annoying when you're trying to control your throttle while landing in a Japanese plane and you gotta add more thrust. So you throttle up more from stalling out. Next thing you know, you're fighting the plane to land and it wants to climb instead of land. That's annoying as hell. way off. See how well she maintains her speed. Climbing or falling? She's falling. Give it some more tail. Still falling. Holy cow, I hit something. I found that totally by accident. She really maintains her speed quite well, doesn't she? Pressed. It didn't work out so well the last time, so why would I do it again? Something's on this road.
You're breaking up. Say again. Reception 4, over.
Wrong road. Ground targets are so hard to spot. Anyway, see how well she climbs. Fully spaded. Pretty steep angle, say 50 degrees, maybe 55. Will she overheat? Speed does she stall out at? 3,400 meters. She's stalling at about 340. So there isn't a constant stall speed on this. Oh, well, does she handle it? You gotta turn sharp. No, she doesn't, so if you're trying to avoid somebody, good luck with that. At low speed. Gotta be above 400. Drop below 400, you see they're shuttering. Okay, am I high enough to do a dive? See how well handles in a dive. Speed to the wings blow off. I'm gonna leave the bombs on. Ah, there we had a wing break. So what was that? Around 1,000 kilometers an hour? 9,000? Pretty close. So it does have a wing break limit. Anyway, as you can see, it is inferior to the S2. Hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe. Mind. Anyway, you take care. God bless. Have a good day.